It's time to focus on the things you need, the things you deserve. You deserve a healthy body, supplements that get you moving and keep you moving, that make you feel good, look good, do good. And they shouldn't contain GMOs, artificial ingredients, or heavy metals, ever. Supplements that are clinically studied, use proven absorption technologies, are designed by scientists, and are ethically sourced and produced. Supplements with everything you need, nothing you don't. You deserve a company that you can trust, that's dedicated to safe manufacturing practices and third-party testing, that ensures the highest quality of effectiveness from extraction of ingredients all the way to the composition of the packaging. Wait a second. You deserve to see the process. You deserve a company led by a CEO with a deep belief in the power of people, dedicated to inspiring entrepreneurs to achieve success. A company with a phytonutrient chemist and expert on natural molecules who is obsessed with human health and has your best interest in mind to design its products. A board comprised of talented doctors from around the world. You deserve to be surrounded by people you trust and look up to. Empowered ambassadors that inspire wellness every day. Leaders who are rooting for you to be the best version of yourself. A community that works hard and plays hard. You deserve to experience adventures that take you around the world, and you deserve to be recognized for your hard work. It's time to get what you deserve. It's time to shift your focus. 3.
Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. This is Samson Li coming to you from Los Angeles, California. Thank you for taking the time to log on today. Today, we're going to share with you an amazing opportunity that's literally spreading around the world. Now, just real quick about my background. I've been an entrepreneur for more than 35 years now. I've been in real estate. I was in the retail furniture business and also as an auctioneer. In the last 20 years, I've spent quite a bit of time learning one of the biggest trends that's happening around the world, and it's ever evolving, something called cross-border e-commerce. So great to have everybody on the call. I know there are people still logging in from all over the world. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and share with you, because today a friend of yours invited you on this webinar to share with you some information that literally, I would say, it can be life-changing. Many years ago, as an entrepreneur, I've gone through the ups and downs in business and literally like all the way down to the bottom and picked myself back up and really created something amazing for myself. And I did it through this industry, through this business model. So I'm very excited to share with you, okay? Well, first of all, I think in life, if we're going to reach for more, there's a truth we all need to fess up, in life, why we do the things we do. And I think number one, to actually even move in a positive direction, you must love yourself. And especially if you have a family, you gotta love your family, and also at the same time, love your community. And that's what 3 is about. Our company, it is about people. And, where instead of, operating out of fear, and I would say, especially the last 4 years, because of the pandemic, a lot of people were in fear. And I saw it was so clear to me. It was like black and white, where, we actually need to come together more rather than divided. So loving yourself, your family, and community, I would say, is probably the foundation to how civilization is built, to how we should live. So 3, a little bit about us. 3 International, our foundation is actually based on based on a collaborative effort from a group of experienced international business builders. I mean, many of my friends in the business, they are very successful in their own industry. We actually have a very diverse group of business owners, and some of them extremely successful, that's building 3 together and has come together to start 3. And the company is headquartered in Lehi, Utah. USA on May 2023. So we're just 1 year since we launched. So it's very exciting. Currently, we have offices aside from in Lehigh. We have offices in Hong Kong and opening office next month in Indonesia. And there's more being planned as we speak. Now, what do we do? Well, our business model is about cross-border social e-commerce. So cross-border simply means international. Now, I remember many years ago, in 1995, when I was just starting in my furniture business, the idea of the internet became extremely popular. And I invested money trying to get into that space, but I was not in that industry, so I didn't do that well at all as just an investment. But I realized something. The internet is a way to share information, and it's really, as a result, changed everything that we do, or the way we live. And especially during and after the pandemic, a lot of people online more than ever doing their banking, do their shopping, do their socializing, etc., connecting with people. So our motto is based on cross-border, international, social. There's a social aspect to it. E-commerce is very, very exciting. So to start this business, last year when we launched in 15 markets in our phase one. So this is the only phase one. We are just starting to build a business. This is a ground floor opportunity. As you can see here, there's many, many countries and territories, North America and throughout Southeast Asia. So to help us run our group of incredible business builders found an amazing gentleman named Mr. Daniel Piku. Now, he's the founder and CEO of Three. Daniel is an extremely smart entrepreneur. He's actually self-made multi-millionaire. He's done very well in real estate. And he came into the industry about 6-7 years ago, learning about it, and now literally he's helping us start and run Three. So we're very lucky to have him. Another gentleman, Dr. Dan Gubler, he's a chief scientific officer. I would say Dr. Dan, I'm very honored to meet him, to know him, and to work with him, because I think out of so many scientists I met over the last 20 years, he's genuinely one of the most passionate scientists that I know. His background is in organic chemistry. He was a tenured professor at BYU Hawaii. He's won many awards and fellowships in terms of chemistry in the industry. Actually even won the Visionary Award for developing products. So he has a lot of patents himself. So he is the real deal. I mean, a true, proven, amazing scientist. And for those of you, anyway, who want to get to know Dr. Dan, he's actually on TikTok and Instagram, so you can look him up. Now, another gentleman that we're very fortunate to have is Mr. Troy Moore. He's a chief operating officer. So he runs the logistics, runs IT, runs customer service, supply chain, all that. So he, does a lot. So he has worked for companies that are doing billions and billions of dollars in business before. Now, with them all together, all of us, we went out to build Three. Well, obviously, we have to have a target market. So the first target market are people who want a business opportunity to work on their own time and space. And I think it's more clear than ever. And I would say not only in the US, but around the world, people need options. I remember many years ago, I was still in the old thinking of, oh, you know what? If you start a career, you got to focus on that. But nowadays, times have changed. I mean, decade after decade, the last 35 years, I've seen the world change. Successful people, they have more than one business. They have more than one interest. There are more than one ways to make money. It's a fact. For example, if we just look at a very popular show that's around the world called Shark Tank. Well, all those sharks, all those very, very successful people have multiple businesses. I think more than ever, we need to keep an open mind. The second type of people that we're looking for are people who want to have a better health and wellness. And I will share a little bit more about that, but I would say that's probably the number one priority. on everybody's mind, especially after the pandemic. I mean, during the pandemic, I didn't realize how many people are afraid to die. I mean, it might sound funny, but it's a fact. So health and wellness is such a huge trend right now. Number three, people who want to be connected with like-minded community for global collaboration, elevation, and support. I think this point is very, very important, very relevant in 2024, because how I would say looking at how people thrive, how people build a successful civilization, community, country, etc., is by coming together, by connecting together, and to do it together rather than the old thinking of you're by yourself and you got to be the top dog. That's old thinking. Nowadays it's all community, it's all coming together, it's all about collaboration and lifting each other up. So we're looking for these type of people to work with. And so so what's so special about three? Well, I think our approach to wellness is very unique. Number one, the old paradigm of wellness. Well, a lot of people think, well, I'm not going to do anything unless I have a problem. Well, by that time, you might be in big trouble. So reactionary wellness is like the old thinking, especially with Western medicine. It's more like a Band-Aid, right? I mean, when things happen, you need to fix it. Well, the old thinking also is you are what you eat. Well, that's not the case now. And I remember when I was growing up in school, they said that your DNA is your blueprint to your body, to your future, to how you're going to live. I mean, you're giving a set of DNA and that's it. But the new paradigm, and as time and science evolve, is, well, you got to be proactive about your wellness. And I think the last 3 to 4 years, it was very clear to me that if we're not well, we become a burden to the people around us. And also to ourselves. So why not be well if you could, right? But it's just takes that little bit of proactiveness, right? So, and the thing with science is now there's a lot of new discovery, and there's so much more we can do and find, such as in phytonutrients. And phytonutrients are the nutrients that come from plants, but not only the plant itself, but what's in the plant on a molecular level even, and from whole foods and etc. I mean, people now, I think, looking for more and more and more organic even, just back to nature. That's what people are looking for. And you know what? And the thing is, with the new paradigm in the year 2024, there's a saying, it's not only you are what you eat, it's you are what you absorb. So it doesn't matter what you eat, if you can't absorb it, it doesn't do any good. And the future, here's the future that's coming down the pipeline, the proactive wellness, how to stay healthy, have a better lifestyle. It doesn't matter what age you are at. The three approach to wellness is for everybody. And the thing that's going to come down the pipeline is going to be bigger than ever, is something called epigenetics. Now, DNA, yes, is your blueprint, but the DNA contains genes. We have about 20,000 of them as human beings, and those genes can turn high and low like a dimmer switch on a light. So, and depending on how these genes operate, our wellness, how we live, how healthy we are, or how sick we are, or how balanced we are in health-wise, it will depend on the genes that modulate up or down. And what affects these genes are three things: people, lifestyle, and environment. And surprisingly, the people that we're around, also brings in the lifestyle that we live, but also our mindset, how we think, that also influences our gene. And of course, the environment of where we live, and the air, the water, etc. How stressful it is, how not stressful it is. It all affects how we stay healthy or not. So our science and technology is very exciting. We have three pillars of research and development in three, with exploration, curation, and absorption. So exploration is very exciting, because we're not just a company that sells product. We're actually developing product. We're in R&D. We're looking for something novel to bring to the world that can benefit humanity. And, you know, a lot of things can be done in terms of creating high efficacious products by carefully curating how ingredients are put in a product. And also, of course, then the absorption, like I mentioned before, is very important. So we actually use 12 different absorption technology that put into our product. All of them, almost all of them, are patented. So now all the products that we make, it's in the prescriber's digital reference. Now, if you don't know what that is, that's actually a resource online. It used to be a big book that all the doctors in the US look to look at to examine and look at what the drugs do. So nowadays it's online, called the PDR.net. So we actually got all 6 of our products into the PDR. So and to get into it, obviously you have to have a very high standard of research of ingredients, about the ingredients in the product. So we are able to get all the products into the PDR. There are actually only 22 nutraceutical companies that are in there. We are one of them. So but we're the only one with all our products in there. So, and because Dr. Dan is such a scientist and we are a science-based company, well, we've done many clinical studies, and just within the years, about cellular absorption, epigenetics, and superoxide. So through the different products that we have, the absorption can be up to anywhere from 3 times to more than 9 times more predictive absorbability than just the normal multivitamin you get at your local drugstore. This is groundbreaking, folks. I mean, we actually have technology where you can absorb things you cannot even eat enough of to absorb it. So this is really, really making an impact in how people live their lives nowadays. So to steer 3 in the direction of the science, well, we have incredible scientific advisory board along with Dr. Dan, and many of these doctors are actually very, very well known. They're all educated at some of the best medical institution in the US, also work at some of the most famous hospitals in the US. So we are very fortunate to have this incredible panel of doctors with us, and you know they all vary in their specialties, and they advise Dr. Dan and they work with all of us to steer the company in the direct direction in proactive wellness. So over this past year, you know, we launched with 6 incredible, I like to call them wellness guardians, because they do guard our body against, you know, aging, guard our body against sickness or unwellness or disease, right? Now we don't make any medical claim, no cure whatsoever. These are all nutraceutical. That's some of the highest standards ever. So I will just briefly describe each of them. And it's a lot of fun because, you know, when we talk about whole foods, when we talk about phytonutrients, we have it. We have the best in the industry. So the first, let's go from the left to the right. The first, the Vitalite, is an incredible whole food supplement. It has natural vitamins, all the minerals and trace minerals, probiotic. It has also enzymes that actually helps our body function on a daily basis. It's not just something you take off the shelf. This, you know, to put something together, it will cost you 3 to 4 times as much as the Vitalite. So we like to name it the Nourisher. The Vitalite nourishes your body, full of nutrients. Okay. So another product that we have, the next one, is called the Revive. And the Revive is the restore, because, you know, as we get older or even younger, we do have pain or discomfort from inflammation. So inflammation, if it's chronic, happen to be a major cause, even maybe 70 to 80% of all causes of medical issues. So the Revive contains liposomal curcumin and other things that can actually help us manage the inflammation in a healthy way. So a lot of people like me, I'm in my 50s now, and the Revive has made a huge difference in terms of how active I am, physically. And as we're physically active, then our mind is more free also, right? So it's a fantastic product. The next one is the immune. The immune is the protector. It protects us against outside bacterias and germs, etc. So the immune has many amazing things. It works with our innate immune system, with our gut health, but also in our adaptive immune system, where it has patent pending technology that slows or stops the communication between bacteria and viruses. So it's a fantastic product to take on a daily basis to stay healthy, to fight off all the things that can attack you from the outside. Another one is Purify, and Purify is a detoxifier. We all need a good detox, every so often, because of the environment that we live in, the modern world, of the things we drink, the air that we breathe, and etc. So it's all around us. I mean, I think one of the things that a lot of people are not aware of, and if they eat out a lot, or just not paying attention to what they eat, well, they happen to consume a lot of heavy metal, and that's one of the things that Purify specialize in. It's actually one of the key ingredients is chlorophyllin, which actually seeks out heavy metal and pulls it out of your body. So it's an incredible product that detoxes the lungs, the colon, the liver, the kidney, even the skin. So the Purify will help you detox and enable your body to absorb nutrients better. So the next one I love is an Eternal. If any of you want to stay young, I call it the Rejuvenator, okay? So it contains 200 milligrams of resveratrol, also glutathione, and these are very, very powerful antioxidant. And there's also CoQ10, good for heart health. And it helps you to feel young and stay young, because literally it works on our gene. And in terms of absorption, the Eternal, it actually absorbs in the body predictably 95%. That's unheard of, folks. Now, the last product was very popular for people who want to look good and have healthy joints. It's collagen, and collagen, it's like the regenerator. It puts the collagen in you through a liposomal technology. So it makes the collagen very small, so you can absorb it. Because most collagen, you cannot absorb because the molecule is too big. But here we have micronized and also in liposomes, and we can absorb it, but also a keratin and different things to tell your body to make its own collagen. So that's why it helps you to regenerate the collagen in your body. So it's each cycle is only 10 days, and the other 20 days in the month, your body makes its own collagen. So this is groundbreaking, folks, of science. So that's what brings the business opportunity. So we have a turnkey business system. Be the first group of people to promote and share these amazing wellness guardians globally. Just think about that. It's a business that already includes a robust replicated website, e-commerce ready. So you don't have to create the website. It's already done for you with all the videos about the company, about the products, the science. It's e-commerce ready, so people can go to your website to buy, and the company will drop ship. It comes with a back office that manages and tracks your business on a global scale by order number, and you can literally see your business to the penny, okay? Marketing and media tools are very important, and those are created for you. The company does that. That you can just send a link out, share the website, share the video, and it's all done for you. And also, we have a training system and support, and the support of a global community. Like not only me, but there's hundreds and hundreds of very successful leaders in 3 who are already making money, already doing well, already living their dream. And they have committed themselves to educate everybody else, because you know what? The more people know about 3, the bigger the business is, the more successful everybody is. So we have a very simple financial rewards plan where there's multiple ways to generate income. So for sure, from the website, you can make a retail commission of 25% depending on the country where you're at. So we also pay introductory bonuses when somebody that you refer, they buy packages. And that could be anywhere from $25 to $350. And you definitely then engage in a system where it creates a database and you override every single sale through you and the people that they refer throughout the world. And anytime somebody buy or sell something, you can override those sales and make commission. Number four, the referral matching, I love because it's like referring a friend to a job. What if every time they get paid, you get matched a little bit? So, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's 7-level matching. It's very big money. And that actually is unlimited because you can refer as many people to the business and help them build the business, as many people as you want, or as many people as you can, however many years you want to do it. So there's no limit, and it grows and grows upon that. So it can you can get 20 to 30% of anybody you refer. If they refer somebody, that's 15%, and they refer as 10%, all the way 7-level deep, 5% each. So it can be very, very substantial. Now, the last two, number 5 and number 6, I love because I don't know if you're at a job or if you're at a company or that your own business that you are sharing global company sales with everybody. Okay, so actually, if you get to the top ranks of the company, directors and up, you get to share in a global bonus pool of 3% of company commissionable volume. And if you are a founder with a little bit of work, you can share in 2% of global company commissionable sales volume every week. These are paid weekly. So I don't know any other business that does that. So how to participate, how to get into it is very simple. You have 3 options. You can be a retail customer, you can be a preferred customer. That means you can buy wholesale and come in and be a preferred customer and be an auto ship. Or you can become a business builder along with all of us and make money at the same time, sharing health and wellness in a business. So, well, how do we do that? There's 2 ways to be a business builder. You can enroll as a brand ambassador for $30, and you can choose to buy product. Any of these packages, they're anywhere from $200, $600, $1,360 to $2,800. Now, the Founder Plus, the $28 is a limited time package because this is like starting your business. Boom, you're set for the whole year to build, and also at the same time you have a status of being one of the founders of the company. So wherever country that you're in, well, the number of founders are limited in the lifetime of the company. So for example, in the US, this is our last round for people to become founders. Once after that, nobody can become founders by buying a package. So that's it. So then the 2% is limited to only the founders. That's the big advantage. And here's the thing, the products is like a system. 1 to 2, I use 1 to 2 of each product a month myself. So it's actually the founder pack is also only about probably 3 to 4 to 5 months of use. So for maybe 2 or 3 people. So that's how it goes. So at this time, we want to thank you and we want to welcome you to the global community. And also today, I have 3 very, very special guests to be on a panel to share with you the background and why they're in 3 and what drives them, what they're so passionate. Okay, so the first person I'd like to bring up to share is an amazing young woman. She's all the way from Vancouver, Canada. And she's very passionate. She's very, very busy. When she told me about her story, I said, "Oh my God, she is such a productive person." Please welcome to the webinar, Tammy DeFord. Hi, Tammy. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. Thank you. That was great.
Thank you. Thank you. How are you doing today?
Very good. I just actually got off a 12-hour night shift this morning, and I'm a nurse. I work full-time in the hospital in Canada, and I actually also work part-time where I look after kids with disabilities in their home. And I just recently started to go back to school to take my social media marketing diploma program. So I'm a busy bee with my two teenagers at home who are in hockey and softball. So I'm definitely on the go all the time.
How do
But
you
that's
do
what
it all?
with these products, that's how I do it all.
So that how did you get to know 3? Why are you in the business?
Through my cousin, actually. She's amazing, and she brought this to me and showed me the opportunity, and I jumped on board. I'm a founder. That was a no-brainer for me, so I got in and got busy, and so far 3 stars. So I'm excited. I went on the cruise. It was a good time, but yeah, it's the products to me, the science. I want to share proactive wellness for sure, because working in the hospital, I see a lot of what goes on in preventable illnesses that they just don't need to be in the hospital. So, especially my age, I'm in my late 40s. I'm going to be 50 in a couple of years. So, I definitely want to be as healthy as can be. And my kids actually enjoy the products. We all love Etranel. Etranel is where it's at.
Yeah.
It helps with that brain fog, waking up and doing the shift works that I do. So, and it's actually really been really good with my kids and their sports. So they take it as well. But they're incredible products. I just want to share as much knowledge as I can to the world and keep as many people out of the hospital as possible.
Yeah. Well, I guess, I always admire nurses because, in a way, nurses know certain things a lot more than doctors, especially about nutrition and staying well but hey, another medical professional in 3.
That's
Welcome.
right.
And congratulations. I'm sure the cruise was so much fun. I've seen the pictures and looking forward to seeing you on the next vacation then.
That's for sure. I'll be there, Mexico.
There you go. Thank you so much for your time, and
Thank you.
we'll see you in a bit. Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
okay.
Okay. Well, folks from Vancouver, Canada, we're gonna go all the way across the ocean. Through our international platform, we're able to, talk to people like today. We have Mr. Harris Tang all the way from Hong Kong. How are you, Harris? How are you doing? Good morning.
Good morning, Samson. I'm good. How are you?
What time is it in Hong Kong now?
8:30.
Wow. Well, thank you for getting up early to be on the Zoom. And of course, so for those of you who don't know, Harris is a 6-star, one of the top ranks in the company, one of the few people in the world right now to be at the rank. And he definitely works very hard. Actually, his team is spread through many, many countries from Asia to North America. So congratulations. So Harris, can you share with everybody out there your background and why you're in 3?
Sure. Thank you, Samson. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm Harris from Hong Kong. Actually, I was a computer engineer for around 15 years. I worked in IBM and Fuji Xerox. Even my career is a professional, but I cannot achieve my goal and cannot give a better life to my family. So I look for the opportunity around 16 years ago. I'm lucky. I met Kim at that time and started to learn from her to build my business in this industry. And Kim is a very good leader. She always guide me and encourage me to transform from an employee to an entrepreneur. In our last opportunity for around 13 years, I travel more than 30 countries, and my business spread over to more than 80 countries, and I build a organization have a 150,000 people, and for sure I get the financial freedom and time freedom. At the end of 2022, I know Kim have an idea to start a new project. I know I must follow her again, because I know when for working with her again, I will learn more, grow more, and do more meaningful things. So that's why I'm here. And this is my sharing. I look forward to see everyone, each of you, to get success in this opportunity.
For those of you who don't know, so Harris is one of the global international business builder that came on board before there was a three. So all of us have come together along with our friend Kim Hui, who is I would say one of the top people in the whole industry in the world, who's had incredible success. And of course, look, among all of us, me, Harris, and many other people, we've done billions and billions of dollars in sales together. So we're going to take this to the next level, right?
Yes, it's my pleasure.
Thank you, Harris. Thank you for coming in early. We'll see you in a bit.
Okay, thank you,
The
Samson.
last person I'd like to bring on is an incredible lady. I know a little bit of her work history, but she comes from one of the most beautiful places in the world. Please welcome to the webinar, Ms. Linda Rogers from Sedona, Arizona, USA. Hello, Linda. How are you?
Hi, everybody. I'm great. So I'm really happy to be here with you all and letting you know how I got involved in three.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for taking the time. I'm sure your windows are wide open, enjoying the beautiful scenery of Sedona. I mean, what a place to live. So can you tell us your background and why you're in three?
Sure. For the last 21 years, I've worked as a residential mortgage lender, and I've been extremely successful doing that. And at the peak of the real estate market, I was earning 7 figures. But there were times, and several years, like the last 2, when I saw my income drop by over 75%. Lately, due to low inventory, high house prices, and even higher interest rates, sort of a deadly combination.
Yeah.
When I close a loan, I earn a commission one time. If I need to make more money, I need to find more people who need loans and close those loans. It is a never-ending sales cycle. And to make matters worse, sadly, in the last 2 years, I lost almost all of my retirement nest egg. So at 69 years old, I realized I needed to think differently. I realized that buying lottery tickets was not a financial plan. Right? I realized that I needed to shift my focus away from how much money I had in the bank. I was feeling really hopeless and really depressed about the situation I was in. I thought I was going to have to work the rest of my life doing something I didn't even enjoy anymore. And frankly, I thought what I really needed was a miracle. And that miracle appeared in the form of my friend Jody, who introduced me to this incredible opportunity that's three. So what I discovered about three was that the leadership is absolutely, truly world-class. The scientific team is innovative and forward-thinking, and the product is phenomenal. And like you said, we have third-party studies to back that up. And even more important, our mission is really central to the lives of regular people. I also needed to be sure that the effort that was going to be required of me to be financially successful was really worthwhile for me to do. And that shift came for me when I learned and fully understood the three compensation package. And that's when I started dreaming really big dreams. That's when it really got excited, because I realized, being the math geek that I am, I did the math. So here I am. I'm building a team of incredible individuals, and I'm building my residual income. I've recently become a 3-star. And I think even more than all of that, I get to work with people I admire. I get to have fun doing it. I get to make a difference in the world by promoting a business opportunity, a cutting edge business opportunity that's based on curated phytonutrients that truly make a profound difference in people's health, my health included. And most importantly, I get to share with my friends this financial opportunity, this business opportunity that 3 is, that offers true financial security and time freedom. I'm not depressed anymore, I can tell you that. In fact, my friends say that the sparkle's back in my eyes. So this is just an opportunity that I wish for everyone who's watching, you know, and it's amazing for me, and it can be amazing for you. So thank you. And I look forward to meeting all of you when you join our incredible team.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Linda. I mean, oh, wow, your story is very heartfelt. I mean, you know, my background is also in real estate and finance, so I get all the numbers and all that. But I think, you know, when the times come, it's good. We're going to go all out and try to create a retirement or a dream. But nothing lasts forever. So that's what happened in real estate. It's cyclical. But I really feel you, because a lot of people thought they had the way out already.
That's right.
But I have to say, though, you know, at the end of the day, you know, you look amazing. And when you told me the age, I was like, what?
It's got to be that collagen and all the rest of the fabulous 3 products that I've been taking for 9 months now.
There you go. There you go. Look, okay, let's why don't we invite Tammy and Harris back, and we'll say goodbye together. Look, folks, I mean, look, these are amazing people, from medical professional to financial professional to computer engineer. Okay, I mean, Harris is not AI, he's really a computer engineer. Okay. But look, opportunities come and go. You know, my dad once said, you know, in the lifetime, you might have only 2 or 3 of them. But more important, I think, is that in those opportunities that are once in a lifetime, that you have the right group of people to work with. And I think, you know, when you meet people who are at the top of their field, who are seasoned, they know. So 3 is here, and that's why we're here. We want to build a legacy company. And if this is for you, if you resonate the message, my suggestion is get back with the person who got you on this webinar and let them know what you want to do. You know, you can be 1, 2, or 3, right? Customer, preferred customer, or brand ambassador. So folks, thank you very much today. We have these webinars weekly, and thank you to all our amazing panelists from around the world. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you.